Here's a knocking indeed. If a man reporter at Hell's Gate would have old turning the key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? In the name of Shy Guy. Here's the farmer that hanged himself on the expectations of plenty. Come in time. I've napkins enough about you. Here, you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock. Who's there? In the devil's name. Faith here an equivocator that could swear in both scales against either scale, who committed for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? Faith, here's an English tailor come hither, for stealing out of a French hose. Come in, tailor, here you may roast your goose. Knock, knock, never quiet. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil's porter it no further. I had thought to have let some of all professions go to the primrose way, to the everlasting bonfire. And on, I pray you, remember the porter.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
That it did, sir. And the very throat on me, but I requited him for his lie. And I think being too strong for him, though he took up my leg sometime, yet I made a shift to cast him.
Is my master stirring? Our knocking has awakened him. Here he comes.
Good morrow, good noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him. I have almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one.
The later we delight in physics pain, this is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Does the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly, where we lay. Our chimneys are blown down, and as we say, laminating her that air, strange screams of death, and prophesizing with accents terrible, of dire combustion and confused events, new hatch to the woeful time. The obscure bird clamored the lifelong night. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
My young remembered cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror, horror, horror! Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke ope the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
What is it you say, the light?
Means you his majesty?
Approach this chamber and destroy your sight with a new Gorgon. Do not bid me speak. See and then speak yourselves. Awake, awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Banquo and Donalbain, Malcolm, awake! Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and look on death itself. Up, up, and see the great doom's image. Malcolm, Banquo! As from your graves rise up, and walk like sprites, to countenance
The
this
business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley, that the sleepers of the house speak, speak.
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Oh, Banquo, Banquo, our royal master is murdered.
Woe, alas, what in our house?
Too cruel anywhere, dear Duff. I prithee, contradict thyself, and say it is not so.
About an hour before this chance I'd have left the time, for from this instant there's nothing serious in mortality. All but is but toys, renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is gone, and the mere leaf is left as falls to Brago.
What is amiss?
You are, and do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father's murdered.
Those of his chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their heads and faces were badged with blood. So their daggers, which unwiped we found, upon their pillows. They staged with distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent with me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate, and furious, loyal and neutral in the moment? No man. The expedition, my violent love, outrun the pause of reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. and his gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature. For Run's wasteful entrance there, the murderers steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breathed with gore. Who could refrain, that thou had heart to love, and in that heart courage to make love known to who?
Help me, Henpo!
Look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues, that most may claim this argument for ours? What should be spoken here, where our fate, hidden in augur hole, may rush and seize us? Let's away, our tears are not yet brewed, nor our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
And when we have our naked frailties hid, that suffer an exposure, let us meet and question the most bloody piece of work. To know it further, fears and scruples shake us. In the great hands of God I stand, and thence against the undivulged presence I fight of treacherous malice.
And so do I.
So all. Let's briefly put on manly readiness, and meet it the hall
You
together.
do. Let's not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office which the false man does easy. All to England. To Ireland. Aye, our separated fortune shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, there's daggers in men's smiles. The near in blood, the near bloody. This murderous shaft, that's shot, hath not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore to horse, and let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft which steals itself when there's no mercy left.